think harassment can be defined in different ways. When I was about 16 or 17, I was walking home from the beach one day, so it was bright out, and I was wearing a skirt with my bathing suit underneath, and I was walking home and I felt someone walking behind me, and so I got really scared and I started walking a little bit faster but not too fast so that it wasn't obvious. And then I was about a block away from my house, and then this guy, and I never saw who he was, but he came up from behind me and grabbed inside my skirt, and then like ran the other way and got into a car and drove off.
It was maybe 2 summers ago. I was on the train coming to school, set to report to my job, and it was probably around 8 in the morning. And I was sitting near the side of the train where you can transfer to the next door, and there was a seat next to me that nobody was there, and then a woman was on the other side. And a man just walked in, and he stood in front of me. When there was a whole bunch of seats on the other side, he just stood in front of me, and I just looked up casually, and he smiled at me, and I didn't make anything of it. But I was just looking down, and I looked up for a second around his private area, like at his waist, and I realized that his hand was like on his belt, and he was tapping his fingers. And I started getting like that boiling feeling, like I felt my whole back get hot. I looked down, and the next stop, I looked at him straight in the eye, and I ran off the train, and I got onto the next car, and I was like steaming.
Why do I think men can't call women? They can't control themselves? Because no one told them that it was unacceptable, because they've never been catcalled before, because they can't empathize with women and put themselves in the shoes or put themselves in that experience to understand what it feels like to be catcalled.
I've had one situation where one guy came up to me and pulled my hair and said, "Oh, that's really nice, right? Why are you touching me? There's no reason you should be touching me."
It was an ad of a woman who was crying, and she was clearly intoxicated. She was wearing like this revealing dress, and the ad was about rape, and it said 1 in 3 rapes happen when the victim has been drinking. And to me that's a huge problem, because the blame is then on the victim. Because she drank, she somehow deserved this, or like it's no surprise that she got this, that she was raped, right? And so I then saw somebody revise that same ad, and the revision was 3 in 3 rapes happen when someone chooses to commit rape.
It's on the actor of the action, not the receiver. You're just like passively going about your life, and it's ridiculous for someone to blame you.